On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Controversial.
Causing a lot of hot public discussion and dispute.
Examples:
Controversial book. Controversial policy. The issue of the death penalty is highly controversial.
Topic:
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
Conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Disagree.
To have or express a different opinion, idea, etc.
Examples:
Disagree about a particular issue. Disagree with a plan. I disagree for reasons already stated above.
Hesitation.
The act of pausing or being slow before saying or doing something, especially because you feel uncertain or nervous.
Examples:
Perform without hesitation. After some hesitation. There was a hesitation in her speech.
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Prosperous.
Successful financially or materially, bringing success or good fortune.
Examples:
prosperous weather, prosperous nation. The company decided to invest in a prosperous industry.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
attract broad attention, a broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Generate.
To produce or create something, to make offspring by reproduction.
Examples:
generate more electricity. Generate $100 a month. The economic stimulation program would generate a lot of new jobs.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Contraception.
The use of methods or devices to prevent pregnancy, typically by blocking fertilization or implantation of a fertilized egg, which options include contraceptives, condoms, intrauterine devices, IUDs, and sterilization procedures.
Examples:
hormonal contraception, contraception pills. Condoms are a common method of contraception that both men and women can use.
Abortion.
The intentional termination of a pregnancy at an early stage.
Examples:
abortion doctor. The highly charged issue of abortion. We strongly oppose the abortion ban.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
an uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Attach.
To fasten, join, or connect one thing to another.
Examples:
attach firmly. Attach a file to an email. He does not attach importance to these rumors.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
the core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Paralysis.
A condition in which you are unable to move or lose control of part or most of the body because of illness or injury.
Examples:
Moral paralysis. Paralysis in the leg. Massive demonstrations lead to total paralysis of transportation.
Sub-Saharan.
Of or relating to or situated in the area south of the Sahara Desert.
Examples:
Sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan countries. The coffee producers in sub-Saharan countries are at the sharp end of fluctuations in price.
Proportion.
A part, share, or amount of something considered in comparative relation to a whole.
Examples:
Direct proportion. A building of vast proportions. He is more concerned about the proportion of his body fat than usual because of an upcoming bodybuilding competition.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Populous.
Having a large population, densely or heavily populated, inhabited by many people.
Examples:
Populous metropolis. Populous country. The country's most populous cities all are located along the coastline.
Contraceptive.
Relating to a method or object used to prevent pregnancy, serving to prevent or reduce the likelihood of conception.
Examples:
Contraceptive measures. Hormonal contraceptive. The contraceptive patch offers a convenient and effective method of birth control.
Rarely.
Not happening often, infrequently, seldom.
Examples:
Rarely seen. Rarely used. I rarely eat fast food because I prefer healthy options.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Injection.
The act of introducing a liquid, especially a drug, into the body using a needle and a syringe.
Examples:
Fuel injection. Injection needle. He received an injection of antibiotics to treat his infection.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Childbirth.
The act or process of giving birth to a baby.
Examples:
Natural childbirth. Assisted childbirth. He was present at the childbirth of his children.
Moth.
An insect with wings similar to a butterfly that travels at night and is attracted to light.
Examples:
Moth larva. Moth attracted to the light. The moth is a serious threat to the farm's output.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Diarrhea.
A common digestive disorder with the frequent passage of loose, watery stools that can be caused by various factors such as infections, food poisoning, and certain medications.
Examples:
Diarrhea-related dehydration. Diarrhea with abdominal pain. I had a terrible case of diarrhea and couldn't stop going to the bathroom.
Pneumonia.
An infection or inflammation of the lungs, typically caused by bacteria, viruses, or other microorganisms.
Examples:
Bacterial pneumonia. Viral pneumonia. She was hospitalized with a severe case of pneumonia.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Plow.
A farming implement used for breaking up and turning over the soil, especially before planting. Verb, to turn over and break up the soil in preparation for planting crops.
Examples:
Plow equipment. Deeply plow the soil. The farmer tied the yoke oxen to the plow.
Plot.
A secret plan or scheme to achieve a specific goal, the plan or main story of a literary work. Verb, to plan secretly, usually something illegal.
Examples:
Plot line. Plot a surprise attack. The plot of the novel centers around a group of friends who uncover a conspiracy to control the world's water supply.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
antibiotic-resistant germ, a germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement, movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Catholic.
Universal and including many different types of things, related to or associated with the part of the Christian Church that has the Pope as its leader.
Examples:
Catholic in his tastes. The Catholic Church. Sociologists are now interested in Catholic world peace.
Priest.
A person who performs religious duties and ceremonies, especially in the Christian faith.
Examples:
Priest in clerical garb. Faithful priest. He was ordained as a priest in the Catholic Church.
Nun.
A woman who has taken religious vows and is a member of a monastic community.
Examples:
Nun habit. Meditating nun. The cloistered nun devoted her life to serving the poor and marginalized.
Principal.
Most important, main, or chief.
Examples:
Principal actor. Principal responsible. The principal reason for the company's success is its innovative products.
Childhood.
The state or time of being a child.
Examples:
Since childhood. Childhood development. He had fond memories of his childhood spent playing in the park with his friends.
Academy.
A school for special training, a type of official organization that aims to encourage and develop standards in its particular field.
Examples:
An academy of music. A member of the Academy. Her new documentary earned her an Academy Award.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
Priority call. Priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, An organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course. Weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Scholar.
Professor, a person who studies a topic in considerable depth, particularly in a university.
Examples:
Scholar in international politics. Noted scholar. You won't have to pay college tuition if you're a scholar.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Sin.
The offense against a religious or moral law or against God.
Examples:
Forgive a sin. Sin of omission. Some overzealous environmentalists claim celebrities are committing carbon dioxide sins.
Discomfort.
A feeling of being uncomfortable physically or mentally or being embarrassed, a slight pain.
Examples:
Endure discomfort and pain. Discomfort in the abdomen. He felt no discomfort as the dentist drilled his deadened tooth.
Lingering.
Continuing for a long time, persistent, remaining in a place or situation for longer than is usual or necessary, unwilling to leave.
Examples:
Lingering illness. Lingering doubts. The lingering smell of smoke clung to his clothes even after he left the campfire.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Reproduction.
The process by which organisms create offspring, the production of something similar to an original work.
Examples:
Reproduction rate. Reproduction system. The reproduction of the plant depends on the pollinators.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Promiscuous.
Having casual sexual relations frequently with different partners, indiscriminate in the choice of sexual partners, not selective of a single class or person.
Examples:
Promiscuous bathing. Promiscuous lifestyle. He was known for his promiscuous behavior.
Morality.
Principles of right and evil or good and bad behavior.
Examples:
Business morality. Sense of morality. She found fault with the morality of politicians.
Studied.
Deliberately considered or scrutinized, carefully thought out or planned.
Examples:
Studied analysis. Well-studied decision. His speech was carefully crafted and delivered with studied confidence.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Executive.
A person or group of people with top-level management responsibility in a business or other organization. The branch that is responsible for implementing, administering, and enforcing laws, as well as running the day-to-day operations.
Examples:
Executive editor at the publishing house. Executive vice president. As the executive director of the nonprofit, it's her responsibility to make sure they're meeting their mission goals.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Porch.
A covered entrance to a building, typically one leading to the front door and extending outwards.
Examples:
Porch light. A glass porch. The old rocking chair on the porch creaked as he sat down to read his book.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. the most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Slum.
A heavily populated urban area characterized by poor, rundown housing and infrastructure, often associated with poverty and social neglect.
Examples:
Slum area. Slum dwellers. The government needs to invest more in affordable housing options to reduce the number of people living in slums.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples:
Translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Openly.
Without hiding any of your feelings, opinions, or facts, frankly and trustfully.
Examples:
Openly break the law. Openly discuss disagreement. He openly apologized for his mistake.
Intimate.
Having a very close friendship, personal.
Examples:
My intimate affairs. Intimate relationship. He has an intimate knowledge of American history.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
All in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Broach.
To introduce a sensitive or difficult subject for discussion, to bring up a topic for consideration or debate, to open or tap a cask, barrel, or container, especially one that contains alcohol or a beverage.
Examples:
Broach a cask. Broach the subject. I need to broach the topic of restructuring with my boss.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Millennium.
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples:
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the 3rd millennium.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
Geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Glaring.
Extremely noticeable or obvious, often in a way that is unpleasant or unpleasantly bright.
Examples:
Glaring example. Glaring omission. The glaring sun was making it difficult to see while driving.
Exception.
Something that is not included in a general rule or pattern, a person or thing that is excluded or stands apart from others.
Examples:
Make an exception. Without exception. She was the exception to the rule, as she managed to graduate college in only 2 years.
Socioeconomic.
Relating to the social and economic factors that shape an individual, group, or community, particularly in terms of income, occupation, education, and social class.
Examples:
Socioeconomic status. Socioeconomic issues. The socioeconomic conditions of a country can significantly affect its political stability.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Row.
An arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line. Verb, to propel a boat through the water using oars.
Examples:
Criminal on death row. A row of cherry trees. He was the leader of the demonstrators and spoke out against the war in the front row.
Stabilize.
To become or cause to become steady or unlikely to give way.
Examples:
Stabilize prices. Stabilize blood sugar levels. The raising of interest rates stabilizes the inflation rate.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples:
Transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Contentious.
Likely to cause people to disagree and argue, liking to argue.
Examples:
Contentious subject. Contentious debate. There are many contentious issues in claiming a patent.
Resort. A
place where many people go for rest, sport, or another stated purpose, verb turn to or take a course of action, especially an extreme or undesirable one, to resolve a difficult circumstance.
Examples:
resort to desperate measures, a last resort. If both countries resort to nuclear deterrence, the consequence could be mutual destruction.
Unfortunate.
Having bad luck or fortune, unlucky.
Examples:
An unfortunate orphan, an unfortunate situation. The unfortunate accident caused many injuries and some fatalities.
Incentive.
Something, such as a punishment, reward, etc., that encourages a person to do something.
Examples:
Financial incentives, an incentive to work hard. They have no incentive to win the game.
Coercive.
Using force, threats, or intimidation to compel someone to do something against their will or desire, related to coercion.
Examples:
Coercive behavior, use coercive measures. The politician used coercive tactics to convince the public to support their policies.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy, foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Numerical.
Relating to, expressed, or denoted by a number.
Examples:
3D numerical simulation. The numerical keypad. The numerical value of pi is approximately 3.14.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Provider.
A person or an organization that supplies somebody with something needed or wanted.
Examples:
An information provider. The provider of the family. People select internet providers not only in terms of price, but also in terms of transmission speed.
Sterilize.
To make something free of all forms of life, especially bacteria or viruses, by using heat, chemicals, or radiation.
Examples:
Sterilize chemically. Sterilize surfaces. The nurse sterilized the instruments before the surgery to prevent any infections.
Consent.
Permission or agreement to do something, especially given by somebody in authority.
Examples:
Consent for surgery. Give silent consent. She gave her consent to the company's proposal.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples:
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Appendectomy.
A surgical procedure to remove the appendix, typically performed in cases of appendicitis or other conditions that cause inflammation or infection of the appendix.
Examples:
Appendectomy surgery. Appendectomy scar. After several hours of abdominal pain, the patient was diagnosed with acute appendicitis and underwent an appendectomy.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work, usually numbered and titled.
Examples:
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Anesthesia.
A state of controlled, temporary loss of bodily sensation or awareness that is induced for medical purposes.
Examples:
Anesthesia for surgery. Local anesthesia. He is in general anesthesia under the surgeon.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
Startling earthquake shocks. Startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Innate.
Existing naturally or from birth, inherent or inborn, not acquired or learned through experience.
Examples:
Innate ability. Innate quality. The belief in innate human goodness is a common philosophical concept.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Condemn.
To express strong disapproval or criticism of something.
Examples:
Condemn violence. Condemn crime. The government was condemned for its handling of the crisis.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Revolutionary.
Relating to or characterized by a complete or dramatic change.
Examples:
Revolutionary change. Enforce revolutionary justice. The revolutionary leader inspired others to join the fight for freedom and democracy.
Coition.
Sexual intercourse between two people or animals.
Examples:
Coition frequency. Interrupted coition. The topic of coition was considered taboo in many cultures for centuries.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
Interrupt a call. Abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Justification.
The act or process of showing or proving something to be right, reasonable, or valid, an explanation or reason that serves to justify or support a decision, action, or belief.
Examples:
Moral justification. Seek justification. He provided a strong justification for his decision to invest in the new project.
Propel.
To move, drive, or push something forward or in a particular direction, often with a lot of force.
Examples:
Propel growth. Propel the ship. An increase in employment helps propel economic growth.
Business person.
A person who is engaged in business, typically as an owner or executive.
Examples:
A young businessperson. Businessperson network. He was a successful businessperson and had much experience in the field.
Backpack.
A bag or pack that is worn on the back, often used for carrying books, equipment, or supplies.
Examples:
Backpackers hostel. Backpacking trip. I packed my backpack with all the necessary camping gear for our trip.
Jean.
A sturdy cotton twill fabric, typically blue, used for jeans and other clothing.
Examples:
A jean skirt. Jean denim. She wore her favorite pair of jeans to the party.
Scrap.
A small piece or amount of something, especially leftover from a larger whole.
Examples:
Scrap metal. A broken piece of scrap. She made a collage from scraps of paper and fabric from the art supply store.
Denim.
A sturdy cotton fabric, typically blue or black, used for making jeans or other clothing.
Examples:
Denim shorts. Denim jacket. She loved the feel of her new denim jeans against her skin.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Optimistic.
Hoping or expecting that good thing will happen or something will be successful.
Examples:
He is optimistic. Optimistic outlook. Most executives were optimistic about future business conditions.
Calculus.
A branch of mathematics that deals with rates of change and limits, the accumulation of hard mineral deposits that can form in organs or ducts in the body, such as kidney stones or gallstones.
Examples:
Calculus equations. Calculus disease. I needed help understanding the advanced calculus course material.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
District.
A part of a country or town, especially one with particular features.
Examples:
School districts. Urban districts. Since 2001, the district has provided training programs for automotive technicians.
Inhabitant.
A person or an animal that lives in a particular place.
Examples:
The early inhabitants of Europe. Inhabitant tax. His family is the oldest inhabitant of the island.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples:
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Nourish.
To provide a person, an animal, or plant with food to make them grow and stay healthy.
Examples:
Nourish damaged skin. Nourish hope. The mother used her breast milk to nourish the baby.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Asset.
Something or someone that is useful or valuable quality, skill, etc., valuable property.
Examples:
Frozen assets. Liquid assets of the company. A sense of humor is an invaluable asset in this job.
Livestock.
Farm animals and birds such as cows, sheep, and chickens.
Examples:
Livestock agriculture. Livestock industry. Livestock feed is made from fodder crops.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Large scale.
Involving many people or things, and involving a lot of change or activity.
Examples:
Large-scale project. Large-scale agriculture. The company is planning to make a large-scale expansion of its factory.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
economy of scale, economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
develop a strategy, develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
miracle person, economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Sweeping.
Extensive, broad, or far-reaching in scope or impact, characterized by a vigorous or forceful movement, often involving wide motions or gestures.
Examples:
sweeping changes, sweeping landscapes. The sweeping views from the mountaintop were breathtaking.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual, individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Spark.
To start something or make it grow, especially suddenly, to emit a tiny piece of fire or electricity.
Examples:
spark his interest, spark a chain reaction. The bankruptcy of the giant conglomerate sparked turmoil in the stock market.
Virtue.
High moral standards in behavior or attitudes.
Examples:
virtue of frugality, acquire a virtue. She had many good virtues and few faults.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
the cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Insist.
To say something clearly or demand something forcefully, especially when other people disagree with or oppose what you say.
Examples:
insist on a clear answer. Insist over and over. He insisted that she pay her debt to the last penny.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. Alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Glob.
A small, round mass or lump, a drop or blob of liquid or viscous substance.
Examples:
Glob of paint. Glob of honey. She squeezed a glob of toothpaste onto her toothbrush.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Controversy.
A lot of discussion and argument about something, often involving strong feelings of anger or disapproval.
Examples:
Controversy among researchers. Arouse controversy. They entered into controversy with a member of the ruling party.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples:
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
At peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Lens.
A transparent optical device with curved sides, used in an optical instrument that makes objects seem larger, smaller, clearer, etc. Metaphor. The basic thoughts or mindsets through which someone sees or understands the environment or situation.
Examples:
A convex lens. A lens with a wide angle. The photographer took this photo using a telephoto lens.
Upward.
Toward the top or highest point, or a higher position or level. Adjective, extending or moving toward a higher place.
Examples:
Look upward. Demonstrate an upward trend. The company adjusted the revenue upward.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Sacred.
Connected with religion or religious purposes, worthy of respect or dedication because of a connection with a god.
Examples:
Sacred music. The halo of a sacred image. This space is a private office sacred to the president.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Likelihood.
The probability or chance that something will happen or be the case.
Examples:
Likelihood of the success. Improve the likelihood of a cure. The likelihood of the project being completed on time is uncertain.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Swell.
To become larger or more inflated, to become more intense or important.
Examples:
Swell at room temperature. Swell a population. His arm was swelling from the insect bite.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Opt.
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
Healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Horrify.
To shock or disgust greatly.
Examples:
Horrify audience. Horrify victims. The series of terrorist attacks horrify the entire nation.
Cheer.
To give a loud shout to show support, praise, or approval.
Examples:
Cheer for the home team. Cheer me up. Supporters in the stands cheered at every goal.
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
Progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Passionate.
Showing intense emotion or strong feeling, characterized by great enthusiasm or zeal, deeply committed to a cause or belief.
Examples:
Passionate speech. Passionate kiss. Their passionate argument lasted for hours, neither willing to back down.
Voiceless.
Without a voice or the ability to speak.
Examples:
Voiceless consonant. Voiceless minority. The voiceless screams of the victims could be heard in the distance.
Grateful.
Feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful.
Examples:
A grateful breeze. Put a grateful expression. She was grateful for the help he provided.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Panel.
A square or rectangular and flat piece of something that forms a distinct section or component of something. A small group of specialists who discuss particular topics or give their advice or opinion about something.
Examples:
Panel discussion. Cost of solar panels. A panel of economic advisors from the United States visited the country to help rebuild its economy.
Inviting.
Having an attractive or tempting quality that draws people in, encouraging or alluring in a way that makes people want to take part or participate.
Examples:
Inviting scent. Inviting atmosphere. The inviting aroma of freshly baked bread drew me into the bakery.